I knew these wooden crates would be perfect to help corral my stuff, but not in the way that you think. I purchased 3 crates and began by sanding each one. Once the crates were sanded and wiped clean, I applied 2 coats of paint. I wanted to add wood to separate each crate, so I measured and cut 4 1 by 12-inch pine boards. After I cut the boards, I sanded the edges. Then I attached a piece of quarter-round trim to the front of each board. This step is optional. I stained each board with Minwax Provincial Stain, then wiped away the excess stain using a soft cloth. For the doors, I measured and cut quarter-inch plywood to size, then sanded the edges. I wiped the boards clean, then painted the doors the same color as the crates. To hang the doors, I used small hinges. I attached the hinges to the crate using number 40 machine screws. Once the hinges were on the crate, I attached them to the doors. I painted the heads of the screws the same color as the crates and door. To place a handle on the door, I used a piece of painter's tape. I put its sticky side up and placed the handle onto the tape. Then I marked the holes in the handle using a small screwdriver. Using the tape as a guide, I measured and applied the tape to the door. I drilled the holes through the door and attached the handle. I also attached a magnetic door closure to the inside top of the crate. Using 5-inch house numbers, I measured and marked the front of each door. I drilled the holes and attached the numbers using the number 40 machine screws. I placed each of the 1 by 12-inch pine boards between each crate and screwed them in place. I attached the top piece, screwing it fast from the inside of the crate so the screws wouldn't show. I love the way it turned out, and you can't even tell that it was handmade. It works perfectly to corral all of my stuff. I hope this inspires you to make a crate locker for yourself.
The next time you're at the home improvement store, be sure to grab a couple of wooden crates. To start my project, I want to stain the wood a darker, richer color. I'm going to use some brown milk paint to paint both of the crates inside and out. This darker color really makes the crates look older and more expensive than they really were. Now that both crates are fully painted, I'm going to leave them to dry. Now to give the crates a farmhouse feel. I'm going to use a chip brush, which is a really loose brush, with some white paint to cover the crates. I don't want to cover the wood completely so that it looks worn and old. I'm going to leave the paint to dry, and we'll see if I want to add more after it's done. With the paint dry, I could leave the crates as they are, but I'm going to add a little bit more white paint so that I see a little bit less of that brown. I want to still see the brown peeking through, I just wanted a little more white. My crates are ready to go now, and it's time to attach the legs to the bottom of one of the crates. Actually, what was the side of the crate. I'm going to use some reclaimed legs that I found, but you could also pick up some new ones from your home improvement store as well. I'm going to attach all 4 this way, and then I'll show you what they look like. So now that all 4 legs are attached, I want to paint the legs with the same white paint so that they blend in a little better. You could leave them as they are, but I just want them to kind of blend and not stick out so much. To make the top of my piece solid now, I've grabbed this old cutting board that I had happened to find one time, and it's just the perfect size. So I'm going to paint it the same creamy white that I painted the crates. The last thing I need to do is attach the crates to each other. You can use screws to do this, but since the wood in the slats in the crates that I have is fairly thin, I'm just going to use some wood glue to kind of tack them together. I hope this has inspired you to grab a couple of plain wooden crates and turn them into a beautiful farmhouse style bedside table. It's such a fun way to make a new piece of furniture and very inexpensive.
I placed 3 crates upside down on my workbench, added some wood glue to the bottoms, and then cut a piece of 1/4-inch plywood to place on top. Using an air stapler, I secured the plywood by going through the edges and into the thicker parts of the crate boards. After flipping the unit right side up, I applied more wood glue to the front and stapled on a scrap piece of beadboard using a staple gun. To really reinforce the build, I added a few small screws to either side of the back. I painted the front and sides white and cut another piece of 1/4-inch plywood for the lid. For the hardware, I attached small hinges to the top backside after pre-drilling the holes. Finally, I added a handle, and now I have a clean, covered place to store my endless amounts of fabric. I hope this inspires you to try a project with wood crates.
The next time you're at Home Depot, grab yourself 2 of their wooden crates and then pick up 4 of their hardware angled top plates and as well 4 legs in any style or design that you like. So to begin, I'm going to take my crate and using some 100 grit sandpaper, I'm just going to give it a little light sanding just because some of these edges of these crates stick out. There's some chipping of the wood just to smooth it down a bit. Then I'm going to use Hollow Hill from Country Chic Paint, and I'm going to paint on this gorgeous green on my crate, making sure that I get the insides and the outsides of the crate. Once I've done that and let it dry, I'm going to take some plywood that I pre-cut to fit to the size of the bottom of the crate, and I'm just going to give it a stain color with this maple gel stain from Deco Art, and I'm going to do that on both pieces. Once I've done that and all my paint is dry, I'm going to go ahead with this pre-glued veneer edging, and using a little mini iron, I'm going to iron this on around the edge of the plywood to cover the unfinished edge. This is super easy to do. You just go around with the iron and there's a glue already on the back side, and this just bonds directly to the wood. I can do it around the corners as well. And then once it's done, I just cut off the excess. So I'm going to do this on both pieces of my plywood so that I have a nice finished edge. Once that is done, I'm going to come in and do the sides of the veneer edging just so it matches the top part of my plywood that I pre-stained. Next, I'm going to use some Gorilla Wood glue, and I'm going to put this on the side of the crate. So I want to make sure that the crate opening is facing out, and then I'm going to be putting my wood piece on it, making sure that the stained side is showing through the bottom. I'm going to clamp it and let this fully dry. Next, I'm going to come in with my angle plate, and I'm going to put those at all 4 corners of the plywood. Once I have this fully attached, I'm going to go ahead and screw on my legs that I bought. Once this is done, I'm going to take my second crate and I'm going to add some Gorilla Wood glue to that as well. And then I'm going to place it on top, making sure that the backs are on the same side. I'm going to clamp this as well and let the wood glue fully set for about 12 hours. Once the glue is set, I'm going to go ahead and take my second piece of plywood and I'm going to attach that to the top using some small finishing nails just to tap that into place. With that, this project is complete, and what I have is a cute, adorable little shelf to display some decor, books, plants, whatever I like. It's sturdy and solid, and this project turned out so well, and it's super easy. There's not a lot of tools involved, and you can pretty much do whatever you want with this, paint it your own colors to suit your home decor and your style. Thank you so much for tuning into Home Talk. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on another one.